Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Maryam Ansari and today we will be learning mathematics of class 8 chapter 7 variation. Let us start our topic for today. Children, let us consider some situations. Situation 1. A family of 4 members consumes 2 liters of milk daily. A family of 6 members consumes 3 liters of milk daily. What do we observe here? Here, we see that when the number of family members increased, consumption of milk increased. Let us consider a different situation. Sunil goes to the stationery shop to buy 2 pencils. The 2 pencils cost him 4 rupees. For the next week, Sunil goes to the stationery shop to buy 6 pencils. The 6 pencils cost 12 rupees. So, what do we observe here? We observe that when the number of pencils bought was more, the total cost increases. These are the different situations we come across in our day to day life. We saw in all the above situations that changes in one quantity resulted in changes in the other quantity also. Now, let us learn the concept of direct variation. But before learning direct variation, let us understand what is a constant and a variable. So students, let us see what is a constant. A constant is a quantity whose value does not changes, whereas a variable is a quantity whose value changes. Let us see this with an example. The example is, let us take the example of a circumference of a circle, that is c is equal to 2 pi r. See the two figures of the circle, that is where radius is equal to 3 and in the next one it is radius is equal to 9. So here what we can see, the radius r changes, and what will be the value of pi in both the figures? The value of pi will be constant, will be same, that is 22/7. Okay, so what we can see, the variables changes, that is radius may change, but the value of constant is what here? Pi. So pi will not change. So here, and the value of 2 will remain 2. We cannot substitute anything else in place of 2. So in this example, the constant is 2 pi and the variable is r. Variation. Variation comes from the word vary, which means changes. If two quantities are related so that a change in one causes a corresponding change in the other, we say one varies as the other. So here variation is of two types, direct variation and indirect variation. So in this topic, in this video, we will just learn what is direct variation. So students, we know that change in one quantity causes corresponding change in the other quantity is known as variation. Let us consider the example of our country, India. In our country, if development increases, simultaneously the economy of our country will also increase, isn't it? Now students, let us learn the concept of direct variation with the help of an example. The example is, if the rate of pens is rupees 144 per dozen, what is the cost of 3 pens? Also, find the cost of 9 pens, 24 pens and 50 pens and complete the following table. Now children, tell me what is given in this question. What do you understand by the question? So in the question, which two quantities are given to us? That is, number of pens is given and the cost of the pens is given. Now tell me, what do you mean by per dozen? It means 12. Okay. So what is the cost of per dozen pens, or you can say what is the cost of 12 pens? It is rupees 144. Now tell me, what will be the cost of one pen? This information is also given in the table. So cost of one pen is rupees 12. These two informations are given, and what else we need to find? We need to find the cost of 3 pen, 9 pens, 24 pens and 50 pens with the help of the unitary method. Let us start a solution. First of all, first step, we will always write what is given in the question. So what is given in the question? That cost of 12 pence is equal to rupees 144, and also cost of 1 pen is equal to rupees 12. Let us start our solution. So tell me, if 1 pen cost rupees 12, what will be the cost of 2 pens? So we will simply multiply 2 with 12. So what is 2 multiplied by 12? It is 24. So cost of 2 pens is equal to rupees 24. Now tell me, what will be the cost of 3 pens? Again we will multiply 3 with 12. As 1 pen costs 12 rupees, so 3 pens will cost 3 multiplied by 12, that is rupees 36. Similarly, what will be the cost of 9 pence? We will multiply 9 with 12, and what is 9 multiplied by 12? It is 108. So cost of 9 pence is 108. Now what will be the cost of 24 pence? So we will multiply 24 by 12, which will be equal to 288. So cost of 24 pence will be equal to rupees 288. Now what will be the cost of 50 pence? So we will multiply 50 by 12, and what is 50 multiplied by 12? It is 600. So the cost of 50 pence will be equal to 600. Now tell me, what do you observe in all these sums? We can see when the number of pens increases, the cost also increases simultaneously. Isn't it? Do you observe these things? Yes. So children, let us make a table. Now tell me, what will be the ratio of number of notebooks and cost of notebooks? The ratio will be 1 upon 12, as we can see in each pair. For example, 3 upon 36 is equal to 1 upon 12, 9 upon 108 is equal to 1 upon 12, and 50 upon 600 is equal to 1 upon 12. So, here we are getting 1 upon 12 as constant in each pair. Therefore, the value of k is equal to 1 upon 12, that is, constant of variation is 1 upon 12. So students, in the above example, we have seen that if one quantity increases, the other quantity increases in the same proportion. So let us see what is the definition of direct variation. The definition is y varies directly as x, or y is directly proportional to x if there is a non-zero constant k such that y is equal to kx, where k is not equal to 0. We can also write this formula as mathematical symbolic form. The formula is x alpha y. Alpha is a Greek letter used to denote variation. So y is equal to kx is same as x alpha y. And here the x and y are variables and k is a constant of variation. So students, now we know what is direct variation. Let us solve few examples and get our doubts clear. The example here is if x varies directly as y and x is equal to 9 when y is equal to 6. Find x when y is equal to 15. So students, tell me what is given in this question. Here it is given that x varies directly as y. Second thing, x is equal to 9 when y is equal to 6. Also, we need to find the x when y is equal to 15. So, let us see stepwise how can we solve this type of questions. Step 1 is write the correct equation. Direct variation problems are solved using the equation y is equal to kx. So, we know what is the equation direct variation. So the equation is y is equal to x. So here the variables are also x and y. So the equation will be y is equal to x. The equation changes accordingly with the given question. Like if variables are m, n, so the equations will be in place of x you will write m and in place of y you will write n. So is that clear? Let us move to the second step. Let us see the second step. The step says use the information given in the problem to find the value of k. So we were given with two things, that is x and y. So in this case the value of x is equal to 9 and value of y is equal to 6, and we need to find the value of k. So we know the equation, that is y is equal to kx. So here we will just substitute the values of y and x in the equation, that is 6 is equal to 9k, and after that we will just simplify the equation. So we will keep 6 and we will just shift 9 to the left hand side. That will become 6 upon 9, so which is equal to 2 upon 3. Therefore the value of k is equal to 2 upon 3. Now students, we have find the value of k, that is 2 upon 3. So let us see what will be the third step. Rewrite the equation from step 1 substituting in the value of k found in step 2. So our step 1 was y is equal to kx. Okay. Next we found the value of k. So we will just substitute. We will get the new equation, that is y is equal to 2 upon 3x. Now students, the last part was that we need to find the value of x when y is equal to 15. So let us see what will be the next step. The step 4 is use the equation found in step 3 and the remaining information given in the problem to answer the question asked. In this case, you need to find x when y is equal to 15. So in the third step, we got the equation y is equal to 2 upon 3x. So here we will just substitute the value of y to find the value of x. So simply the new equation will be 15 is equal to 2 upon 3x, And after that we will just simplify the equation. That is, uh, we will shift 3 to the left hand side, and the equation becomes 15 multiplied by 3 equals to 2x. Next, 15 multiplied by 3 is 45. So the equation becomes 45 is equal to 2x, and x is equal to 45 upon 2. So students, let us move to our next example. That is, cost of groundnuts is directly proportional to its weight. If cost of 5 kg groundnuts is rupees 450, then find the cost of 1 quintal groundnuts, where 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. So students, what is given in the question? The question says that cost of 5 kg groundnuts is 450. So what do we need to find? We need to find the cost of 1 quintal groundnuts. Let us start a solution. First, let us consider that the cost of groundnuts be x and the weight of groundnuts be y. It is given that x varies directly as y. So, the first statement, cost of groundnut is directly proportional to its weight, simply says that it is x varies directly as y. Therefore, we will write it in the mathematical symbolic form, that is x alpha y, or x is equal to ky. It is given that when x is equal to 450, that means x is what? Cost of groundnuts. Then y is equal to 5. Y is what? Weight of groundnuts. Hence, we will find k. So first, what in before in the last examples also we have seen that we first found the value of k. So the equation is x is equal to ky. We will substitute the value of x and y, that is 450 is equal to 5k, where 450 divides 5 is equal to k. Therefore, k is equal to 90. So what is k? K is constant of variation. We have seen in the formula also. Now we found the value of k. Next, what we need to find? We need to find the cost of 1 quintal groundnuts, that is, find the cost of 100 kg groundnuts. So, equation of variation is what? X is equal to 90y. We just substituted the value of k. Okay, in the by the next condition given, that is, if y is equal to 100, x is equal to 90 multiplied by 100, that is 9,000. Therefore, cost of 1 quintal groundnut is rupees 9,000. Let us see the third example. The total remuneration paid to laborers employed to harvest soya bean is in direct variation with the number of laborers. So here we are given with two things, that is the payment and the number of laborers. Remuneration is simply salary. If remuneration of 4 laborers is 1000 rupees, find the remuneration of 17 laborers. Also, it is given that salary of 4 laborers is 2000 rupees. So, what will be the salary of 17 laborers? So, let us start our solution. According to the question, the total remuneration paid to laborers employed to harvest soya bean is in direct variation with the number of laborers. So in the question it is clearly given that it is in direct variation. If remuneration of 4 laborers is 1000 rupees, okay, so it is given that salary of 4 laborers is 1000 rupees. So what we will do, we will first calculate what will be the salary of one laborer. Okay, so simply we will divide 1000 by 4. So 1000 divides 4 is equal to rupees 250. So we got the value of salary or remuneration of one labor, that is 250. So it is easy to calculate what will be the remuneration of 17 laborers. It will be 250 multiplied by 17, that is rupees 4250. I hope you all understood the topic direct variation. Let us just summarize the topic. So first we started with constant and variable. So a constant is a quantity whose value does not change, and a variable is a quantity whose value is changing. Second, variation. What is variation? Variation comes from the word vary. It means change. If two quantities are related so that a change in one causes a corresponding change in the other, we say one varies as the other. Next, we studied the definition of direct variation, that is, y varies directly as x and or y is directly proportional to x if there is a non-zero constant k such that y is equal to kx, where k is not equal to 0. Using mathematical symbol, it can be written as x alpha y, where alpha is a Greek letter used to denote variation. So here y is equal to kx and x alpha y are similar equations, where x and y are variables and k is a constant of variation. Now students, answer the following questions. The first question is, what is a constant and a variable? Yes, think for yourself. Take your time. Yes, constants do not change, whereas variables do change. Next question is, define direct variation. Yes, if one quantity increases, the other quantities also increases and vice versa. That is, if one quantity will decrease, the other quantity will also decrease. Our next question is, write the following statements using the symbol of variation. I want you all to answer the questions. The first is, circumference C of a circle is directly proportional to its radius r. Can anyone answer? Yes, the answer is C alpha r. Here we are just writing it in a symbolic form and nothing else. We don't need to solve the whole question. The second one is consumption of petrol L. L is what? Petrol, we will measure it in liters. So that is why L is given. In a car and distance traveled by that car D are in direct variation. D is the distance travel. Okay. So what will be the equation? Yes, it will be L alpha D, where alpha is Greek letter and it is what? Symbol of variation. It denotes variation. Now look at this question. Complete the following table considering that the cost of apples and their number are in direct variation. So here also it is clearly given that cost of apples and number of apples are in direct variation. That is, let us see the table. Number of apples we will take it as x and cost of apples we will take it as y. So what is given? If number of apples is 1, the cost is 8. So if one cost of 1 apple is 8. Second, cost of 4 apples is 32. We have to find what will be the how many apples cost 56. Next, what we have to find what is will be the cost of 12 apples, and after that we have to find what will be the cost, how many number of apples we will get in 160. Okay, so I want you all to solve this, and I will just display the answers. You can recheck this. Take your time and solve the question. So this is the answer. Now students, you all have understood the topic very clearly, and I hope you all can solve more examples. So I request you all to solve this worksheet. Let me just read and tell you what all you have to do in this worksheet. For each problem below, answer the question that is stated, then state the constant of variation for each problem and write an equation in y is equal to kx form to represent the problem. Question 1 is name the constant of variations for each question. So here you just in this A, B and C you just need to write what is the value of k. Okay, now move on to next question. Write a direct variation equation that relates the two variables. Then solve. So in this what we have to write, let's see the first one. Suppose y varies directly as x and y is equal to 16 and x is equal to k. Then we have to find y when x is equal to 16. So in this type of question we will first find the value of k using the equation y is equal to kx, and then we will substitute the value of k in the equation y is equal to kx, and then we will find the value of y when x is equal to 16. So A, B, C, D, E. You have to solve all this in the same manner. Now the third question is, a dishwasher uses 65 gallons of water to wash 5 loads of dishes. How many gallons of water we use to wash 12 loads? So here given two things, that is gallons of water and loads of dishes. So they are in direct proportion. You will first form the equation, the symbolic one, y is equal to kx. We will first suppose what is x, what is y, then find the value of k. Then after that we will find what will be the how many gallons of water would be used to wash 12 loads. I hope you all understood what we have to do in this worksheet. I hope it will be easy for you all to solve the worksheet. Last but not the least, this is the assignment that you have to do, and I want you all to solve this in your notebooks. The assignment is solve the following exercise on page number 36 and 37 of your maths textbook. The exercise is practice set 7. The questions you have to solve is question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5 and question number 6. Well, I hope you all understood the topic direct variation, and if you have any doubts regarding the topic, you can email me. I am providing you my email address. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.